Hey y'all, Dekumon here, and welcome back to the Final Fantasy XIV Class and Job Quests. Last time, we picked up what is probably going to be the longest of all of these video series, because Arcanist splits into 2 jobs. Also, the Arcanist questline, not bad, kind of basic, but not bad overall. But yes, Arcanist splits off into 2 jobs. The Summoner, which is another magical DPS, and the Scholar, which is a healer. And I did figure out how I want to handle this, and also I do have a quick update with the nod counter. 1, we're gonna run through all of Summoner before we do all of Scholar, and 2, Scholar will start with the nods that we picked up with Arcanist, so they will share those nods they earned as an Arcanist together. Although I will obviously not count the 8 in the total all over again. So let's get right into it, picking up our Summoner class. And yes, I do have the job armor sitting in my inventory ready to go. Austerities of Flame.
Greetings, Dekumon. It is well you have come, for we have an intriguing matter to discuss. A request has come to our guild from the Sons of St. Kong, an organization of some of the finest minds in Eorzea, and they have asked for you by name. I can't imagine why. It appears that the research the Sons are currently conducting would benefit from the assistance of an Arcanist, specifically one who has had the tempering experience of defeating the Primal Ifrit. Though I must admit to some curiosity as to how these scholars knew the extent of your heroic exploits, I suppose the source of their knowledge is of little relevance. If you would answer this request, then you will find your contact, a researcher by the name of Ymitra, at Upkalu Falls in the nation of Gridania.
So we're gonna head over to Gridania in the Twelveswood. Another Makote girl. This one seems a little more, like, suave than cute, like our last one was. This is just the questline of the Makotes.
You are Dekumon, dear, I assume? Well met, and thank you for coming. My name, as you have obviously surmised, is Ymitra. I am a member of the Sons of St. Kong. Ours is a Sharlayan order that seeks the lost knowledge of the Allagan Empire. And in that regard, we have recently made a singularly important discovery at our dig site in Mordona. We salvaged from the ruins a set of ancient texts describing the existence of a sect of Allagan mages known as Summoners. These were arcane practitioners said to have the ability to siphon the essences of the primals and manifest this stolen energy as a biddable ally known as an Eggy.
Our little Eggy friends.
Should we succeed in resurrecting such arts, then we might well hold in our hands the power that brings this age of conflict to an end. There is, however, as there always must be, one monumental obstacle to realizing this reality. In order to manifest these obedient incarnations of the Beastman's savage deities, one must first defeat a primal and capture its etheric essence. Thus, only one who can boast such a daunting achievement under his belt may even begin on the path to becoming a summoner. Do you understand now that why I called upon you? If you wish to contribute to my research, then come to me in the west of Birgard Strike, in southern Thanalan. There we shall conduct a ritual of summoning, the Austerities of Flame.
Okay. Well, this is very curious. A duty calls, and yet I don't have the Summoner class, technically.
Greetings to you once more, Dekumon. I had a feeling this unique opportunity would be nigh impossible for you to ignore. Let us proceed directly to the ritual, shall we? According to the records we recovered, the summoners of old would perform these rites in a land in which the naturally dominant element matched the aspect of the avatar that they wished to call forth. Only in such a place might one sufficiently shift one's etheric balance in the desired direction. The element of fire is especially strong here in the Sangoli Desert. I can think of no land more fitting in which to summon an incarnation of the Lord of the Inferno himself. Before we begin, I must insist that you accept this gem. It may appear of little worth, but within its faceted depths dwell the memories of long-deceased summoners. Now, you must focus. Visualize the ether flowing through you, a vibrant current of energy transforming into living fire. Hold this image in your mind, and the raging heat of your life force shall spawn an Eggy wreathed in flames. Be aware, however, that this nascent entity will appear before you unbound and hostile. It is your charge to overpower the avatar and establish yourself as its master. The path of the summoner is not if not fraught with peril.
I see. So you're actually gonna have me do this as an Arcanist, which is kind of weird, but sure, why the heck not? All right. Oh, that's my Summoner Job Crystal. This is interesting. We're having a trainer without actually having the job, and of course it's playing Ifrit's music. And try to just kind of learn as we go. I am Ifrit Eggy. Hang on, I need my carbuncle before you get involved in this shit show. Alright, there we go. So then we started blasting. You know, as best we can here, considering all we have. Thank you for the stone skin, ma'am. Oh, hey, look! I'm gonna hit you with the mini version of you, sir. Sprites. Uh-oh. Hang on. Ooh, I see. Playing nail time. That's a classic move from Ifrit. Thought so. And unfortunately, we've run through all our mini summons. Now we just have to deal with the big one. It's time to press my attack. Now it's time to ether charge. I'll sit here and just burn through all my freaking mana. Come on, buddy, go down. And there we go. The problem solved. There. Yet I'm not yet a summoner.
Most impressive, Dekumon. The Fireborn Eggy has submitted to your will. You have mastered the Austerities of Flame, and that is no small feat. Pray let us return to Akalu Falls that we might further discuss your achievement.
Okay. Just let me put my chocobo away first. Okay. Now I've run all the way back here. It's a bit of a hike every time we do this.
This is truly a monumentous occasion. You have rescued the lost art of summoning from the grasping mire of forgotten history. Oh, but you must know more of this avatar you have bound. In the ancient tongue of the Allagan Empire, it would be known as Ifrit Eggy, where Eggy translates approximately to pure or the essence of. In short, you have tamed a willful manifestation of Ifrit's raging fires. As you might expect from an entity bold with the Lord of the Inferno, this avatar and its capacity for destruction should serve you well in your battles to come. With such an ally at your command, it is not too soon to take upon yourself the title of Summoner. You've proven yourself more than worthy of the soul crystal you now possess. Yet, be that as it may, the road before you is long and arduous. If you would triumph in this age of conflict, you must needs master more than just the Eggy of Fire. I suggest you next fix your gaze upon claiming a servant of unyielding stone. You once seized victory against the Primal Titan, did you not? Though I admit I am eager to progress directly to the Austerities of Earth, we must be careful not to overtax your reserves of strength. Rest well, and spend some time to grow accustomed to your newfound abilities. Once you feel prepared to continue with our historic research, you will find me here awaiting your arrival with barely constrained impatience.
Yeah, we'll have to wait a little bit till I can actually put on my summoner gear because we can't do this again as a Northern Arcanist. There it is. Finally got my summoner. And we've also claimed Summon Ifrit, which works very differently than how it used to. Oof. I forgot how kind of, like, off-looking that the summoner's outfits are. This one's not bad until you get to the headpiece. It looks ridiculous. Like, I swear to God, all the summoners have this, like, unicorn-style headpiece, and I've always found it ugly. I do not like it. I do not like it. Just makes me doubly glad that I always try and keep my headgear covered. Otherwise, we'd have problems. Alright, next up, the Austerities of Earth.
Titan's essence infuses your aura, Dekumon. I foresee no further obstacles preventing us from attempting the next ritual. Shall we proceed with the Austerities of Earth? I have every confidence that you will succeed in binding Titan Eggy to your will. According to my research, the most suitable location for the ritual is a place found at the southwest of Alder Springs in the North Shroud. A heretofore buried layer of ancient rock exposed by the violent upheavals of the Calamity has lent the surrounding area an overwhelming earthen aspect. Oh, the conditions will be perfect. I await you at our destination, Dekumon.
There's gonna be a lot of duty calls in this questline, I can tell. Why am I not surprised?
The ritual you are about to perform is essentially no different from the Austerities of Flame. Instead of fire, however, you will be concentrating on shifting your etheric balance towards the spectrum of Earth. Once you have achieved the required state of Earth Infinity, the Primal's captured essence will tumble forth and coalesce into the stony form of Titan Eggy. As before, you must demonstrate your unflinching authority if you can convince the newborn avatar to heed your commands. Let us begin.
Also see some ye olde hunt logs sitting over there that I could have killed way back when. Back when we really didn't have any better ways to level characters than just bash through the hunt logs. It was, there's some dark times back then trying to level multiple classes some days. Of course it plays his music just like Ifrit did. Of course it does. Alright, give me half a second, buddy. I gotta get my carbuncle out. Then we can play. So now I actually have energy drain, which is a fun little off GCD I can abuse every minute. Mostly just to burn some extra damage on him. Can't really do much else with it. Oh, hello. Might as well use that up. And then show off some Ifrit. Which just immediately turns back into Carbuncle after it's launched its big attack, like basically all these. Also, hey, guess what, buddy? I got a U! Inexplicably. Yeah, I know, I technically shouldn't have that because, you know, you're supposed to get it as part of this quest line, but hey, that's just the way this goes sometimes. And there we go. That was easy. Gotta feel bad for these fights sometimes.
Oh, well done, Dekumon.
Whoa! Okay, who's the jackass in the evil summoner armor? Okay. I come in search of Allagan relics, and what do I find but a pair of incompetent dabblers? But why just have fated you chance across such undeserved power?
And who might you be, sir, to so boldly question our accomplishments?
See, I was expecting a rival in the Arcanist line, but I guess we have one here. If you have indeed unlocked the secrets of summoning, then you must be in possession of the very treasure that I seek. How terribly convenient. I need only slay you both and take what I need from your bloody corpses. Oh dear. He's got himself an Ifrit.
Gods below, a summoner! But how?
So what does he want? He's already got the soul crystal, clearly. Cease your infantile prattle. The continuation of my divine work far outweighs the worth of your pitiful lives. Alright, it's a Pokemon battle then. However, in this case, I find it's more useful to screw the Pokemon and attack the trainer. Far more entertaining, let's be honest. We're clearly doing sufficient damage. Oh shit, that's time to move. What, again with you? God dang, man. Let me cast. These Ruby Ruins are freaking slow. Alright, there we go. Okay, he's down. Now for his pet. Oh, or not. Like I said, much easier to bypass the summon and just go straight for the summoner. Why do you struggle so? Oh. Your unwillingness to accept oblivion but delays the inevitable. Heed me, Avatar of Infernal Flame. Incinerate these fools in an all-consuming hellfire! Ah! Mine Titan Eggy. What? You know, the thing I'm not technically supposed to have until I beat this quest.
Oh, feel nature's fury, you vile blackguard!
Did you just throw rocks at me? I'm tired of this childish game. Thank your gods for granting you another day of miserable existence.
Did he just use his Eggy as a smoke bomb like a ninja? Oh, he's gone. What a decidedly unpleasant fellow.
Random bird call, too. You have learned how to summon Titan Eggy! Except you already knew how to do this somehow. Well, that was, interesting.
I suggest we return to Akolu Falls. I have no desire to linger here and chance another encounter with, well, whoever that deranged mage was.
Same. So we're gonna talk about who that guy was.
I must say, I did not expect to meet another practitioner of the summoning arts. And I also did not expect to be suddenly fighting for my life. What precious treasure do we carry that this callous stranger was so willing to kill us to possess it? Such mysteries aside, I am most glad that you were able to secure Titan Eggy before the summoner decided to unleash his fiery avatar. Without its protection, I doubt we would have survived that conflagration. The Eggy of Earth, as was so aptly demonstrated, is not a force to be trifled with. You should certainly take the time to explore its capabilities, as well as its limitations. Be careful, however, not to neglect other magics at your disposal. Meanwhile, I shall confer with my colleagues in the Sons of St. Conk, and see what might be learned of that hostile summoner. We shall meet anon.
Yeah, see, this scene made more sense it made more sense when we had the Eggies basically out all the time and they served different roles. Because that's how this used to work. You would not be, just push a button, the Eggy would come out, throw an attack, and then go immediately back to Carbuncle. You would never have Carbuncle out as a summoner. You would pick an Eggy, and the Eggy would do different things depending on the Eggy. If it was a melee attacker, Titan was a defensive tank, and Garuda was a ranged attacker. So as you can imagine, some were prioritized over others. Basically, Titan Eggy was never used at all. Which didn't really fit the theme of a summoner. It made more of like a Beastmaster sort of class. So I kind of like how they made the change, but at the same time, I feel like the class might be a little too simple to play. Like, this is like one of the easiest classes by far to just pick up and play. Okay, enough yapping. Let's get on to shadowing the summoner.
How fared you with your training, Dekumon? For my part, I had some success in uncovering the identity of our mystery attacker. We knew that our assailant was capable of summoning Ifrit Eggy, so I perused the records of past expeditions for those who claimed to have triumphed against the Lord of the Inferno. Of these victorious primal hunters, there were 8 names listed as present whereabouts unknown. After eliminating unlikely candidates based on race and gender, I was left to but a single name, Tristan.
Oh my god. The dropout from Yu-Gi-Oh! Has decided he'd better be off playing Pokemon!
Assuming the records are accurate, this year was once registered as a soldier in the Immortal Flames. As to how the man came by his skills as a summoner, or why he sought to kill us, however, I remain woefully ignorant. Nevertheless, I have witnessed him use the art of summoning for casual brutality, and that I cannot countenance. This power should never be employed for the sake of tyranny or personal gain. It was meant to oppose such evils. It is our responsibility to bring this Tristan to justice. Should we stand idle, his reprehensible actions could very well stain the good name of future summoners who have yet to answer their calling. The art itself could be outlawed, the very mention of it taboo. Now, though my inquiries are able to determine that a war comrade from Tristan's days in the military resides in Little Alamigo, I ask that you pay a visit to this former soldier and learn what he knows of our callous villain.
Oh my goodness. Little Alamigo. That's a fun place to be. So this is the guy, huh? Well, seems like Tristan wasn't telling tall tales after all. He said I could expect some primal adult solid to show up and start asking questions. Why don't you stay here and play with some friends of mine? I have a message to deliver. He's all yours, laddies. What? Oh, you've got to be fucking kidding me. Here, taste my solar Bahamut, bitch. Hey, I said taste my solar Bahamut, bitch. Where's the last one? Where are you? Sir! Have it enkindle. Do we feel special yet, sir? Well, that was a bust. Back to Amitra. Well, I'm afraid your little lead there was a bust, madame.
You were set upon? The fiend is one step ahead of us. I'd wagered 10 years of dig site findings that Tristan warned his old allies long before you set foot in that settlement. They thought you were one of the tempered, a mortal enthralled to a primal's will. In addition to being ruthless, it appears that our opponent is highly intelligent, and not quite as deranged as I first assumed. Such a level of planning hints at the existence of some greater scheme, but that is still all that we know. For the moment, we must be content with the knowledge that he perceives us as a threat, and is aware of our efforts to track him. Speaking of which, you did exceedingly well to survive the trap into which I blithely sent you.
I wasn't really worried.
I must apologize for my carelessness. I will not underestimate this man again. On a happier note, however, my efforts to decipher the Allagan text proceed apace. Here, you must read this. With your skills already tried and tested against the Yegi, you should have little difficulty in mastering a secondary summoning technique such as this. Let us put this day's disaster behind us and focus on the wonders that lie ahead.
Secondary technique? What are you handing me? Oh, Pain Flare. Okay, cute. Don't really need that one, and it's not really useful at the moment, but good to have nonetheless. Next up, starting our artifact armor quest with the Allagan Attire.
Oh, greetings, Dekumon. Though it is good to see you, I am afraid I have yet to ascertain Tristan's ultimate objective. I only know that he is cunning and brutal, and will stop at nothing to achieve his purpose. As matters stand, we've been chased after this man's shadow. Such a straightforward pursuit will, I believe, leave us ever one step behind. Our sole advantage is the treasure we possess that Tristan appears to covet. Eventually his desire will bring him to us. When and where Tristan will strike, I cannot say, but it is likely to be on a field of our choosing. Thus, I suggest we prepare for this inevitable conflict as best we can. As fortune would have it, the ruins of Mordona may have provided us with a new source of strength. Word amongst the Suns is that a set of a focus attire has been unearthed. Made during the reign of the Allagan Empire, these enchanted garments were sewn for the exclusive use of summoners. I can only imagine the degree to which they will enhance your already impressive powers. The man supervising the excavation at St. Corn's Find, Ramboros, is a dear friend of mine. In light of our circumstances, I am certain that he will consent to a visit that you be allowed to don the attire. Shall we pay him a visit?
I'm sorry. The request that I don the attire. Goofed that one up. Honestly, I think the last time we ever talked to Ramboros was just before Shadowbringers, when we were getting ready to go into the Crystal Tower. Buddy, it has been ages since we've seen you.
Ha, Ymitra! I suspected you would make an appearance before long, and I presume this fine gentleman is the new summoner I've heard so much about.
Yes, hopefully the first of many. Now, pray tell me, Ramboros, has the discovery of Allagan made a focus attire been confirmed?
It has. Truly a historical find.
Then, I would ask a boon of you, my friend. You recall the predicament of which I spoke? Our chances of survival would be greatly improved if you would consider allowing Dekumon to wear the Allagan garments.
Well, he is a summoner after all, and I must confess to no small degree of scholarly curiosity as to the effect the attire will have on one with the appropriate training. These finds are, however, the result of much sweat and even a few tears on the part of the excavation team. It is a frustrating task at times, and I fear they would be loath to part with the garments without some measure of recompense for their efforts. Perhaps a six-pack for each of them. Allow me, though, to offer a solution. Metallic monstrosities of elegant construction known as mirror knights have risen from the dig sites scattered across Mordona. Needless to say, they pose a dangerous threat to our excavators. I suggest you speak with 3 field researchers and dispose of any such unnecessary hindrances to their work. I dare say they will gladly surrender the pieces of the attire that they hold. Once I've confirmed our dig sites suitably empty of armed horrors, I will see you rewarded with the garment that I myself recovered from the ruins. Alright. So we're gonna deal with 3 different little spots, speak with the muddled researcher, and defeat the mirror knight. Yeah, I'm gonna have to deal with these one by one, clearly. Hold on. Okay, now my carbuncle is out, just making sure. A mirror knight lurks just over yonder. I can scarce think straight with that thing wandering about. Oh god, here it comes! Oh, it's cute. That it thinks it has a chance. Problem solved. Moving on. Oh, wait, no, I have to talk to him again. I'm sorry. Phew, you have my thanks. Also, what the hell is that monstrosity behind you? Don't ask. See? He's back to being just a cute little carbuncle. Now I might finally be able to concentrate on my task. If I'm not mistaken, you're in search of the Evoker's attire. I have one of its wondrous pieces right here. You're most welcome to it. Gonna actually give it to me? My goodness, yeah, I actually did get it. Lovely. Mayhaps I can wear that for the first leg of this before we go out. Oh wait, no. I forgot why I don't do that. It's because they don't give me the body. And the mismatched set is just even worse looking. Praise the golds! Rambo said an adventure would be along. Please, just destroy that horde construction that's right behind you, sir. Hey, oh, God. Hi. Here, have a Garuda. Boom. Thank you for eliminating the source of my recent nightmares. I do not already stun that, so you say.
but abject terror has that effect on folk. Now, I hear from your matron that you have needed this Allagan garment. I should be glad to see it put to practical use, rather than shut away in some dusty vault.
Well, I'm probably just gonna toss it in the trash, but sure, thanks. The things people buy sometimes, I swear. Mere knights? Yes, they have become quite bothersome. I'd be most appreciative were you to eliminate the creaking pest that has been plaguing me of late. He's right behind you, you know. Oh, actually, he's right over there, around the corner. Here, have a Titan. How's that sound, sir? Splat. Dude, you can calm down now. The fight's over, and the Titan wasn't real. Fascinating. I never thought I would be fortunate enough to observe a conflict against an Allagan construction at such close quarters. This has been a deeply enriching experience. If the price is to be my piece of the Evoker's attire, then, well, so be it. Yeah, it's all yours. Well, thank you. Alright, let's head back to Rambaros and get the last piece. Ha! The champion of my researchers returns. With the ruins now free of Mirror-Knights, excavations can proceed at a far more satisfying pace. Trembling in fear for one's life makes it astonishingly difficult to handle ancient artifacts that have a tendency to crumble into dust, you know? You have performed a valuable duty for us, Dekumon. As promised, you shall have the Summoner's Garment uncovered by my own hand as your reward. Ah, yes, Emitra mentioned that she would await you at Upkolu Falls. It seems there was no doubt in her mind that you would succeed here. Lovely. Let's head back. Alright, Emitra, I got the pieces. Thankfully they are, safe, but they're not worth a darn to me.
Oh, so how is the Summoners of Old were clad? Well, more or less. It is unfortunate that the ruins have yet to surrender the final piece to the Suns. These garments, aside from the coloring, they are identical to the garb Tristan wore.
And that's the other reason why I'm not wearing it, because Tristan was nice enough to show off the actual set and how unpleasant looking it is.
He will find no edge against you through his equipment. When next you face that murderous cat, victory will be decided purely by who is the more talented summoner. To that end, it is time you draw on your experience of defeating the Primal Garuda. Yes, her aura of fickle violence is palpable upon you. It is daunting to imagine an Iggy born of the Lady of the Vortex. Such unpredictable ferocity should serve you well. I will search for a suitably airy location in which to perform the Austerities of Wind. You, my dear summoner, must needs prepare yourself body and mind for the trials ahead. I shall be waiting.
I remember. Way back when I started the original FF14 Let's Play, it was Summoner that I picked as my starting class, wasn't it? Huh. I guess this technically means these are repeats from the original series, which I expected to happen, because I know I did a couple of the job quests over the course of that series. Anyway, Austerities of Wind, and yeah, you do literally have to have beaten Garuda to get this quest to pop up. Otherwise, I believe her dialogue changes.
I sense Garuda's restless essence rattling within the confines of your etheric channels. It is time we granted it release with the Austerities of Wind. Thankfully, I already have in mind a location that well suits our elemental purposes. You are familiar with the floating city of Naaman out in Lenosha, aren't you? As you might imagine, the aspect of wind is entirely dominant in an area of those suspended isles. Pray make your way there as soon as you feel prepared. I'm quite excited to see this new Eggy.
Another day, another Eggy, another fight. Why am I not surprised? Hey look, it's another duty calls.
Shall we begin? I assume that this is your third such experience. You have by now grown familiar with the steps of the ritual. Thus, as before, I would have you concentrate on shifting your etheric balance. Imagine the energy within you howling through your veins, an incessant gale of screeching wrath. Garuda's essence will be only too eager to harness those raging currents and shape them into a worldly avatar. Once Garuda Eggy has appeared, it falls to you to tame its fury.
You know what people have been asking for the longest time, and I kind of agree with them? Eggies for some of the other primals. I mean, seriously. People have been asking for Leviathan, Ramu, and Shiva for the longest damn time. I think it's mostly just so people could have a little tiny Shiva to boss around. Alright, Garuda Eggy, here we go. Have an ether charge so I can get this party started. As we enjoy some good old Garuda music. Nope. Just slip right by. Alright. You know what? Let's start with Garuda this time. So we'll go Garuda Eggy on Garuda Eggy. Unfortunately, they don't have the unique attacks yet. I don't think that actually shows up for quite a while. Hello. You know, I see the feathers. Hang on. Oh, I am so amazed I didn't eat that. Here, so we can eat things that I really don't want to eat. Damn. Alright, you know what? I'm gonna swift cast one of these ruby ruins right in your face. Ow. She make a little version of herself. Oh, Suparna and Sharuda, really? Or Sharada, I'm sorry. Suparna and Sharada. Of course she gets the mini versions. She gets the sisters. Alright. Let's go into Ifrit and finish her off. It's a freaking heavy cast. Change up. And there we are. With that, we have now earned the right to summon Garuda again. You learned how to summon Garuda Eggy, even though you were using it in the fight not 5 seconds ago. Oh, there she is. Really? No interruption by Tristan this time.
Oh, masterfully done, Dekumon. Garuda Eggy's power is now yours to wield. Your aptitude for the art of summoning has exceeded my highest expectations. I honestly could not have found a more valuable partner for my research. Let us return to Apkalu Falls. I am sure you must be exhausted after this ordeal.
It really wasn't that bad. You know, as opposed to the Arcanist questline, this one's flying by.
With the addition of Garuda Eggy, you now command 3 powerful avatars. As you have no doubt realized, however, each of these entities has a peculiar role in which it excels. For Garuda Eggy, that role is unleashing magic to strike down distant foes. I must admit to feeling equal parts joy and apprehension at how faithfully the summoned being displays the original Primal's volatile disposition. Our experiment with your Eggy allies and the most effective use of their individual abilities will soon become clear. With such mastery of the art at your disposal, I shall almost pity Tristan when next he chooses to confront you. Before that time comes, however, I will endeavor to place the mystery of his motivations. May your discoveries bring you new confidence, Dekumon.
I've got all the confidence I need being level 100, but I'm fine with that. Now that I officially unlocked Summon Garuda. And we can move on to the last quest for today, Primal Burdens.
Dekumon, there's been a terrible incident. My poor colleagues at St. Kong's fight. Murdered. The reports are confused, but they all mention the same black-robed attacker. Oh, you know as well as I do that Tristan is behind this massacre. He has indeed grown bold, or desperate, to commit such a brazen act. We should set off to Mordonu at once and speak with any survivors. It may well be that we can glean some sort of idea of what that cold-hearted monster was after, or where he might strike next. We must stop him, Dekumon.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. What the hell is he doing now? Alright, this is the spot.
Yes, I'm absolutely certain. It was the same dark summoner whom Emitra described to us. We were celebrating a recent find, the soul crystal of an Allagan summoner, when a man in black robes suddenly appeared and demanded we surrender the gem. Naturally, we objected to this arrogant imposition, but he simply sneered at our refusal. The next moment, the world exploded into flame. Through a haze of agony, I saw him snatch up the soul crystal from a smoldering body and stride off towards the singing shards. That bastard slaughtered my friends! There was no warning, no negotiation. If the gods grant you the chance to exact vengeance, then I pray you show him the same mercy he afforded us.
Oh boy.
Another soul crystal. Yes, it makes sense that he would shift his attention to a more easily obtainable gem. After all your progress, you would now make for a most formidable opponent. I must apologize for not sharing my theory earlier. I suspected that Tristan might desire the soul crystal you carry, but did not wish to draw any premature conclusions without sufficient evidence.
Well, I'm more confused about how he summoned Ifrit without a soul crystal in the first place.
I am at a loss, however, to explain why he seeks to collect more of these Allagan relics. We shall just have to ask the villain himself after we corner him in the singing shards. Let us be on our way.
That sounds like a good idea. Let's go get him. Ah, I see a Duty Calls gate. And here I just flew right into the area beforehand. I actually had to come back out and go through the gate in the first place. And he's working for a fucking Ascian. I have brought you the soul crystals as promised. There's a phrase we haven't heard in a good long while, huh? Ascian. God damn, that's a lot.
Yes, these appear to be authentic Allagan artifacts. Very well. I shall honor our bargain. From within these gems I shall draw forth the memories of the ancient summoners and the slumbering essence of an elder primal. All the attendant knowledge and power shall be yours.
Oh dear. The hell is he gonna get to summon out of these? Damn, that hurts. Oh, God's the pain. The bumbling summoners and competent lackey make an appearance at last. You think to capture me? Fools. I have orchestrated your every move. You have grown much in the art, it is true. But through the wisdom of the Paragons, I now command the power of an elder primal.
You made a deal with the Paragons? And you call us fools? The Ascians will never relinquish their hold on you.
A small price to pay. If you could but feel the strength that fills my entire being, it is indescribable. I will use this power to annihilate the beast tribes and put an end to their insufferable rituals once and for all. The primals will rise no more. Yeah, except the Ascians want the primals, so they would smack you. Hear me, Demon King of Devouring Flame. Feed on my ever-burning anguish and be reborn as Blue Ifritigi. The culmination of my sacred duty is at hand. But first, there is one more soul crystal that must be mine. I will tolerate its wasted potential no longer. Oh, please. I thought you were gonna summon something scary. Defeat Tristan Belias Eggy, huh? Yeah, I don't think I'm really worried about Belias Eggy here. I'm sorry. Come on. Same gag as usual. Screw the summon, go for the summoner. Oh, bitch, he can heal himself. Well, that ain't gonna fly, sir. Oh, Tristan devours Belias Eggy's life force. That's new. He ate it. Well, on the plus side, that means you're all alone, sir. And I don't think you're gonna last much longer. See? That's why you don't bother with the summons. You just go straight for the throat. All the memories of summoners past. I should have been unstoppable. I will see the disease abasement from the face of the land. Deprived of worshippers, the primal that tempered my weak-willed sibling will wither into oblivion.
Oh, so I see my order's records were accurate. The wood was buried deep in the archives. I but recently uncovered a report that describes how you slew your own brother. He was corrupted during your ill-fated encounter with Ifrit, was he not? I imagine your superiors in the Immortal Flame sought it a mercy to conceal that inglorious detail.
Once the soft-hearted fool had been tempered, there was no saving him. And thus I took it upon myself to expunge the stain of embarrassment. I mean, okay, yeah, this is well before Shadowbringers and we have a cure for tempering. But my work is left undone. The primal, no, all primals must suffer for their insult. After I killed my brother, I found myself liberated, my vision clear. No deed was too vile if it promised to add to the power that I required. How can you not see? I am the sword of vengeance, and I shall wrest that soul crystal from your blasted corpse. Oh dear. He's about to cast something he really shouldn't. Oh, it's just plain Eggy. Uh-oh. It's self-destructing! He taught an explosion! And he blew himself up. Yeah, this is pretty much how explosion would actually work in Pokemon. The only difference is there would probably be a little charred corpse left behind. Also, there's a bloody fate gonna be ruining this scene for us.
I wonder if we'd struck the first blow to his sanity. The despair at his brother's tempering, or the guilt from saying his own kin. It is ironic to think that, discounting the means, our purposes were fundamentally one and the same. A summoner employs the savagery of the primals to conquer the primals themselves. Had Tristan approached us as an ally, we might have found ourselves aiding his cause. Alas, he chose to walk the path of bloodshed. Each vicious act must have pushed the man deeper into madness until eventually, the lust for power and vengeance was all that drove him. The might of the primals carries with it a burden of responsibility and a measure of danger. I hope never to see you corrupted by the potent energies you wield, Dekumon. It is time we return to Akolu Falls. The Dark Summoner is no more.
Yep. Alright, let's get off of this crazy music.
Oh, I would love to declare our troubles at an end, but I fear the Ascian with whom Tristan made his bargain is yet afoot. These so-called paragons prey upon men and women who are at their weakest, speaking honeyed words to lead them down the road to destruction. In this manner, they seek to plunge the realm of Eorzea into chaos.
I've had more than enough dealings with the Ascians to know what they're all about.
It is reassuring to know that heroes like you exist to foil their never-ending schemes and foul plots. An outright war against the Ascians looms closer day by day. Thus, I would have you armor yourself with this last piece of the Evoker's attire. I took it off Tristan's corpse when you weren't looking.
Oh my god. I think that's the first nod we've had this entire episode.
It was discovered at the same dig site once Tristan seized the Soul Crystal, and the St. Konig's fine researchers, grateful for your actions in bringing the murderous summoner to justice, insisted that you complete your set. One can never be overprepared when heading into battle against a paragon, after all. Bear it proudly, Dekumon. Speaking of preparations, were you aware of the deeper layer of power hidden within your avatars? A technique exists that allows you to tap into the full potential of your Eggy. You must have seen Tristan employing this ability. During the final battle with the Dark Summoner, you would have heard a whisper emanating from the Soul Crystal.
Mm-hmm.
Still your mind out, Dekumon, and you will hear the voices of the ancient summoners instructing you in their greatest achievement. The true power of the Eggy will be yours.
Oh, yes indeed. Forget what this one is. Oh, and Kindle. And Kindle 1, yeah. This concludes the summoner quests, and we will get to the Heavenswards ones another day. And of course she's sitting on the 80 quest because, as usual, I never bothered to do those. It's worse for Scholar, as you will see in a few episodes, but for now, if you have enjoyed this, please leave a like and favorite, and subscribe to join me for more Eorzean job listings, and as always, I'll see you in the next video.